In Nigeria today, you talk, you die. You not talk, you die. So we need to talk, irrespective of who you are. Governor Okpebholo ni Tamawe. What Edo people you are taking to Osun State are doing, it is not good. We Edo, we are not like this. I don't know if how the Ishan people behaves. Because the Edo, when Edo governor was a governor, we are not seeing this one. Okpebholo, I don't know if this is how Ishan people behave. Because you are Ishan man. Let's clarify this. Okpebholo is from Ishan. Okpebholo is an Esa man. Okpebholo is not a Benin governor. He's an Esan governor. Because I have not seen where a Benin governor will stand for error. We stand for evil. We stand for nonsense. The towns, Okpebholo, you are carrying along. Look at what they are saying with their gutter mouth. Consign a man that work for his people. APC not get Nigerian. Tinubu did not hold Nigerian. And APC government, whatever they think they are, they did not hold this country, Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to Nigeria. The rubbish people are doing in Osun State today, Saturday. Let me tell you something. Nemesis will fall to you people and your generation. All these young youths, whether they use whatever money that they give you now. What are they talk of a man that stand for good work for his people? And his people know that Jackson Adeleke work in Osun State. If you like man at the mumu today, if you like man at the craze today, I will let you know that the election that is taking place in Osun State today, Donald Trump is aware, and Adeleke must return as the governor of Osun State. Whether una do this una mago, whether una like, but look at what the useless senator that will say the other time that if they see anybody when he be a court member, may they kill him. See what they talk today. For where they vote, use Yoruba, they tell them say anybody when they as the people they vote, may they look the people, may they look who they vote for. Whether they are court party, if they vote for a court party, they are not what? They are not member of the land. Are you the owner of the land? Let me tell you something. And you see how this thing what they do? Now just time una get. Una time we end. When be so of una go enter on a dungeon. Man, no worry. 2027, whether I like it or not, power must change hand in this country, Nigeria. Tinubu must not return his second term. Tinubu will never return his second term. Tinubu will never see second term to Aso Rock. Then I tell you here, I'm another man's state. What your Okpebholo is saying before somebody will come to a state, the person has to call him, the person has to inform him so he can give security. You went to your state. You went to Osun State. You went to Osun State without informing the governor that you are your NPC useless governors are coming to Osun State to campaign. Did you inform the state governor? You people did not inform the state governor. Food where they take Savi Yawo, now they take the Savi Yale. In all this rubbish you people are doing, Adeleke will remain and come back as the governor of second term. We have seen the way you people are collecting PVC from people. We have seen the way you people are giving people money. All those things you are doing are babash. 2027, whether una like it or not with una INEC, Tinubu will not return. Whether una like it or not with una INEC, Tinubu will not return. I want to tell you people, all these goats when they for Edo State, when they support bad team, and I want to tell you people, let it be written today because a real Benin man and a real Benin man from Benin City will not stoop so low to be doing those rubbish. Now we are Okpebholo from come. Now the local government of Okpebholo from come. Now then with the people they do that rubbish. I go check the local government where from come. Now in tout, when they escort him, even when he go rep, when he go where it say go. Now those touts in bring on government house for Edo. Let me tell you something. A real Benin man, the son of a soil, will not stoop so low and be doing this rubbish with Okpebholo. You have the audacity, the temerity to enter another man's state and to do and the person and go chase them out. Una must remove them. Me una can't remove them, una see. Maybe na the Osun State. Na the Osun State the revolution will start. Maybe that Osun State, that revolution go start, enter the whole country, Nigeria. Because as soon as someone wants to spoil this country, we will not give you people a chance to spoil this country. Because when somebody walk, make could allow the people's choice, make could allow the people of that state to choose their governor. We cannot force somebody to vote who they don't want to vote for. Look at this useless senator that is going to meet his ancestors soon and very soon. That wish people dead, that his generation will not surpass it. Look at what the useless man is saying in a voting ground, that anybody to have vote in by to ba tewosi Abga party. You are still in the voting ground, betraying the people that come to vote reality of what they want. Let me tell you people, enough is enough. Thank God the internationals, they are watching. All the videos, you think say, na normal video camera. Everything you people are doing in Osun State, if you are not aware, be aware now. It's going globally. Everybody is in their house watching. Everybody's wherever they are watching. There is a camera that you cannot see that can see you. That is watching all polling units in Osun State. Make una de mumu. Other don't know here azwo wa azwo here o. Wa malele Bible do azwo ni ezwo here. Because we believe we are cultured. We are responsible. We are not touts. That is why when a Benin man ruled those states, before Okpebolo came in, we have not seen this kind of rubbish before. You have the audacity, people that is not voting in another man's state, to go and be destructing campaign, to go and be destructing election votes in a state. They are not there to vote. They are not registered for the state. They are not part of the state. Their unit is not there. Their word is not there. They are not part of there. They left their own state, Edo State, to go to another man's state in Osun State to destabilize their voting. What kind of a bastard country are we? What kind of a useless Nigeria are we seeing today? Is it the kind of Nigeria our forefathers, they risking their life and getting independent for us for? Is it the kind of bastard Nigerian that our forefathers risking their life to see democracy? Is it the kind of bastard democracy we are seeing today? Let me tell you, as many that you feel that is crazy, grace will never depart from you. You will crazy till you join your ancestors. What betide you all that don't want good thing in this country? What betide you all that are supporting evil? What betide you all that are disrupting the peaceful votes that these people are supposed to have in their state? Osun State is the only one that is voting in the whole Nigeria today, and all eyes are there. Let me tell you something. Enough is enough. Okpebolo, you why they dance like frog when they jump. Watch a mirror and watch what you are dancing. Let me tell you, you are not the only governor I don't have gotten. You are not the only governor I don't have gotten. You cannot give Edo people bad name. May you and your generation collect the name you want to send to Edo people. There are other APC governor that was there. You do not allow them to speak and let their state be dragged. But you choose the Benin City state. You choose the Edo State to be dragged to mud because of a useless and a bastard governor that we have in Edo State. What betide you, Babalo? Koni dafu ya babatopi, babatopi ya. Koni dafu. Since you people don't want good thing will never locate you people. Aba zenya, aba zenda. No go back when we not beluwaya. We have not seen this before. We have a proud Oba. We have a respected Oba. Because of you people, they'll be dragging our Oba to the mud. Because of you people that cannot see the Oba finish, will see the Oba finish because of some gods that the Oba support to become governor in the states. What you people did, say the seed that you plant, you and your generation will be the one to reap it. Edo State, Benin City, that the government house is, we Benin will not carry the cross of Okpebolo. We the Benin people, we cannot carry the cross of Okpebolo. Where Okpebolo, where you are coming from, is you and your people that will carry that name. You want to come and stamp in the life of Benin people. We the Edo, we the Edonedo, ma e donné juin e donné do mari o vie se mari o donné ni nu hia do munima we keke be family we o hia mwe okpebolo. Please let everybody in Nigeria, when you are speaking, Okpebolo is an Isha man. We are the Benin. We are different from the Ishans. When it comes to evil, we don't know where Okpebolo is coming from. When we say Edo, Edo is one. And we say Edo Isha Egbedo, Oviesa Egbedo. But then Ojena, Okpebolo, Ohiado Bimaya. Ruda is selfish reason because of APC. Okpebolo, what you want to do, you will wear the uniform by yourself. The veil of cowboy will be upon you, not upon the Benin people. It will not happen. Not upon the Oba of Benin. It will not happen. Whatever you are carrying, let any man, any woman, any boy, any girl that want to differentiate it, say Edo State, but the governor is from Isha land. He's not a Benin governor. Okpebolo is from Esan. Okpebolo, Do. Ovie Esan. Do is from Edo State. But is an Isa man. Esa man. Is Ovie Esan. Is not Oviedo. Is not Oviedo. Is not Edonedo. The governor of Edo State is called Edonekwen. It's called Edonekwen. It's not Edonedo. We are the Obas. We are the Edonedo. We don't stand for injustice. I beg anybody that want to talk about the Benin, differentiate it. We are all from Edo State. But we the Benin, we the Edonedo, we don't do that kind of evil to another man's state and make them to cry. But I know in all this, the God Almighty and the ancestors will give Jackson Adeleke victory of returning as the second term governor on Osun State. So shall it be. Saloba Wene and disgrace the APC. Let them know with their money, whatever they give is vanity to the people. The people mandate must stand. The people mandate must stand, which is Jackson Adeleke. Then that time, he said.
Governor of Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo. See, as you just disgrace yourself up and down for the whole of Osun State because of Osun State election. Go and concentrate on your state. Do your work. Leave other people, let them concentrate on their own and do their own. You never come out something where they for your eye. You won't go come out the one where they for another person eye. It doesn't work like that. You have to first of all come out something where they for your own eye before you come out something where they for another person eye. Back to your state. Go to your state, fix your state. Do what you supposed to do as a governor. No dey chook mouth for another person matter. Come your mouth from these people. Osun State election. Concentrate on your state. Do the right thing. Protect your people. Do the right thing. You never finish your state. You want to carry your man, go they can put for another person own. You no go work. You no go work. Respect yourself as a governor. Although the way you take go there as a person, no go feel tell. I hear say your result allegedly. I hear say your result self you fail WAEC allegedly. So the kind of people they become our governor. Don't forget to share the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Thank you.